It's about, I think, maybe 4% of psychologists are black.
They've never been through this. They're not a black person. They haven't walked in my shoes, so that's not the person I need to be speaking to.
It's exhausting often to have to explain the things that we experience on a daily basis.
We're closing out Black History Month here on Politics Nation with a new documentary that couldn't have gotten here soon enough. Silent Killer, from filmmaker Kalia Love Jones, tackles the mental health crisis in the black community, where a lack of psychiatric resources and disproportionate policing often collide with tragic outcomes for black men. Jones is fresh off her second NAACP Image Award nomination for this film, which she wrote, directed, and produced, all before graduating high school. Joining me now is Kalia Love Jones, filmmaker and producer. Kalia, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and congratulations on your second Image Award nomination for this film, Silent Killer. Now, you were nominated before at the age of 14 for your first project. Then I understand you immediately got to work on Silent Killer after studying several high-profile police killings of black people, specifically black men suffering mental health episodes. That's pretty heavy stuff for someone young to tackle. What made you want to do it?
I was really interested in tackling this issue with this film and making this film. When I saw how big of an issue this was, I mean, it's something that you see on the news every single day. People see all these killings happening every single day, but no one really stops to think about the root of these issues and where they're coming from. And I was hoping with this film I would be able to raise awareness for these issues and motivate people to take action.
Now, I want to play some more sound from the film to our audience, then come back to you. Roll the clip, please.
When you're talking about mental health services in the black community, that includes underserved communities, right? So if you look around in those communities, what type of resources are there on average, right? You don't have clinics, and if you do, they can be, underfunded, and the amount of time that you wait can be very long and extensive. And so if you're waiting for weeks and months to get treated, you're kind of going to give up.
As you made this film, and even before, what did you find regarding the lack of resources available to support black men's mental health? And how did that deprivation impact their interactions with law enforcement?
Yes. I made this film to emphasize the lack of resources that are available in black communities, mental health resources that are available in black communities. And this especially impacts black men due to a stigma surrounding finding mental health resources and getting mental health. And when you combine these two issues, combined a stigma with a lack of resources, you come across a mental health crisis in black men, and this collides even further with police interactions, which often become violent. And I wanted to put a spotlight onto that with this film and raise awareness for that, to hopefully motivate the black community to look at the stigma and go back on it, as well as reaching out and donating to organizations such as the Miles Hall Foundation.
Now, let's circle back to last night's Image Awards, your second nomination, but also a celebration of black excellence and the first televised appearance we've seen from former Vice President Kamala Harris since the inauguration last month. Our producer on this segment was there and says Harris's speech was cathartic, and it was a moment in the crowd. What was it like for you to hear her speak at an awards show where you were nominated yourself?
That was so beautiful. It was such an amazing place to be at the NAACP Image Awards, and I'm so honored to have gotten my nomination. I actually can't, like, it's so hard to believe that only my second film has been nominated. And being there with so many other amazing, successful Black creatives is just such an amazing experience. And hearing Mrs. Harris's speech was just beautiful, and it was extremely inspiring to me.
Now, I understand you have quite the support team behind you already, specifically your father, Gerald, who's been your partner on your filmmaking journey, helping with everything from transportation to animation. Who are some of your other filmmaking heroes? What kind of projects should we expect from you in the bright future, in your bright future?
Yes, I have many inspirations. Some of my biggest inspirations in filmmaking are like Ava DuVernay and Patty Jenkins, and they just inspire me as women in the filmmaking industry. And you can definitely expect many other films coming in the future. I actually have one in the works right now, and it's a family story, and I think it's something that everybody can look forward to.
Well, I'm certainly going to be looking forward to it. Kayla Love Jones, filmmaker and producer, thank you for being with us. The film is called Silent Killer, and you can catch it on the film festival circuit and Amazon Prime.